What is up, everybody? And today we have a lot of breaking news. Dallas and another team that shall be named later on continues to be a poverty franchise, things of that nature. As well, I'm going to be breaking down a little bit of Kellen Moore's scheme and a lot of other stuff. So without further ado, let's fly out into it. So first and foremost, training camp. The dates have been released. I'll go ahead and put that up here, however the case. But yeah, it's Tuesday, July 23rd, things of that nature. I'm really excited to see how Trotter looks, and you know, we're going to hear more about the O-line and D-line guys. We're going to hear more about Jalix Hunt, I hope. Things of that nature, because obviously, you know, without any pads, you know, it's kind of hard to tell, you know, O-line, the D-line, you know, the guys that are supposed to be tackling. I mean, unless, you know, they're getting interceptions or pass breakups or however the case may be. But either way it goes, I'm very excited to see that. The next thing, Jalen, Saquon, Johnny Wilson, and Shipley. I strongly think that Jalen is going to endorse Johnny Wilson to be the wide receiver 3, things of that nature. And then I think Saquon's going to do the same for Shipley to be the running back 2. So, you know, I think that they're going to train them up or however, you know. I think Jalen's going to let them know, like, hey, be right here, you know, you have to catch like this or however, you know, so then it's easier, you know, that way or however the case. So, I really believe in those two or however. I know we haven't heard a lot. But, yeah, I mean, those two guys, you know, would be great if, you know, they could improve the roles or however the case may be. So, yeah. Next up, Becton loves the challenge in his new role with the Eagles. I just think it's crazy that whenever he was, you know, with his previous team, things of that nature, you know, they struggled to get him to play multiple positions, and then only, you know, like couple months or however, like 2-3 months, you know, with Stoutland, my bad, not Fangio, but Stoutland, you know, he's already, you know, pretty much playing a little bit of everything, things of that nature, you know, all things considered. But yeah, next up, apparently Hassan Reddick is continuing to lie to the Jets. Apparently he told them that he'd, you know, be there no matter what or however in terms of the contract. So and needless to say, you know, he's still ghosting them. So as an Eagles fan, you know, I think that bodes well for us or however, you know, I'm happy that we got rid of them. Got rid of him, I mean. But overall, yeah, I'm just, you know, really excited that how we got rid of him. And, you know, and again, about the whole training camp and things of that nature, you know, it's going to be exciting to see what everyone got or however, you know, once they're allowed to put on the pads. So, next up, according to the news site, like I think it was Howard Eskin, I think his name is. I'll put like the source up there, however the case. But yeah, he said that that it's only 20% different versus the 95 or 90 Jalen Hurts said that he made an excuse or however the case. And I think that whoever told him that it was only 20% different, you know, didn't look at it from a quarterback perspective. I think they looked at it from like a receiving perspective. But overall, I mean, you know, if you're adding, you know, hella plays, you know, when you only knew 5 the year before, you know, again, you know, we'll get into how it's going to be different than Brian Johnson's and things of that nature. So next up, and in conclusion, in terms of that, I think, you know, winning will solve it all. I mean, I think that if we can win a Super Bowl this year, because I mean, the NFC Championship, we've been to NFC Championships, we got to the Super Bowl, we need a Super Bowl ring. You know what I'm saying? Because like, you know, we pretty much had, you know, a dang near identical team, you know, and we got to the Super Bowl. We need to win the Super Bowl. Yes, sure, I absolutely know, or however Fletcher Cox was there and Jason Kelsey is there. I'm not saying we replaced them. I'm not anyway saying anything like that. But I'm just saying, or however, you know, we got respectable people that can do their job and things of that nature. So no reason to think that we can't win a Super Bowl. In terms of expecting it, you know, I'm tired of waiting or however, you know what I'm saying. I bleed green, and you know, I just really want championships. You know, instead of, you know, just freaking playoff wins or however, you know, we need rings. You know, so then hypothetically, you know, we got, you know, 3 in the last, you know, 10, 11 years or however, you know, and even that's pretty hard to do. It's even hard to get one. Next thing is C.J. Gardner-Johnson is maturing. The news thing said that he's like, you know, seems different and things of that nature. You know, he wants to be a good teammate and help win in any way he can. Like I posted in previous videos, he's helping all the young guys, things of that nature, and anyone that he can mentor. And again, in terms of the Jalen Hurts drama that's been going on, or however, with Nick Sirianni, or however, I think we have a bigger concern at tight end, or however the case, because behind Dallas Goedert, who recently has been having health concerns, we only have Alberto and C.J. Ozma. Obviously, Johnny Wilson's not a tight end. I believe he could be, a good tight end too, or however, but as of right now, he's not, and that's all been shut down, or however. But yeah, Alberto and then C.J. Ozma. I'm not exactly overly confident in them. I'm not, gonna give them a ringing endorsement and things of that nature. But they are respectable players. But again, it's just like I'm not sold on them type of thing. So next thing, Bleacher Report proposed to trade for Bradbury, sending him to the Jaguars for 2025 6th round. I'd absolutely do it. I mean, I'd even do it for like a 2065, 2095, 7th round pick. I mean, even if it's like the very last pick in the draft, I mean, even then I'd do it just to get him out, or however, so it's easier to play the young guys and they don't have to feel bad, or however. But I mean, again, comment down below. Would you guys do the trade, Bradbury to the Jaguars for a 6th round 2025 pick? So that's like next year's draft, or however, for a 6th round. I'd absolutely do it in a heartbeat. Again, comment down below if you guys would do it. But yeah, me personally, I absolutely would. Next up, sorry, I need to freaking fix my mic, or however, it's freaking aggravating. But yeah, next up, if you're unfamiliar with Kellen Moore's scheme, or however, I picked up like a few things, or however, watching throughout the years, or however, with Dallas, and then last year with the Chargers, things of that nature. I noticed that he's really aggressive, like with challenging the whole field, in terms of passing. But he also does have a really diverse run game. You're not just gonna see like the same 1 or 2 run types, or however. You might see like pre-snap motion and like some shifts and things of that nature. He has some pretty creative package formations, and he gets cues from defenses. So I mean, he's a pretty smart offensive coordinator. I'm not overhyping the guy just because he's an Eagle, or however. I mean, it's just things I honestly picked up, or however, as much as I hated to admit it at the time, or however, but yeah, we're going to see a heck of a lot more diverse route tree. It's not just going to be, edge routes to A.J. Brown and Smitty. We're going to see a lot more than that. We're going to see some play action and some deep crosses, things of that nature. And again, I know for sure, he's going to ask Jalen Hurts to get rid of the ball faster, that he's going to ask for in-rhythm throw, like clean from the pocket, I noticed that the biggest defense from that scheme is giving up pressures, but because of the O-line and things of that nature, and, I do believe, Jalen Hurts isn't, a scrub at passing. I don't think that will be too much of an issue. And I believe his biggest strength is forcing the defense to cover the entire field. Last year, over the middle passes were no such thing, which is why I left it wide open. I was like, man, if somebody would get right there, they could easily just catch it. But, I was thinking that like a lot last year. So, yeah, that's just like a little bit of the things I've noticed about his overall scheme. So, next up, Eddie Jackson. Safety, he's been linked with Philadelphia as well. I think that, because last year he had 32 solo tackles, 1 interception for 27 yards. I think that if the price is right, if it's like the Price is Right sort of thing, I mean, I'd prefer him at safety over Bradbury, just in case, if Cooper DeJean does need a year, you know what I'm saying? Because, for him, he does have the, I'm 2nd round pick, I might need a year, you know what I'm saying? And then 3rd round picks. I might need a few years, or a couple, like 2 or 3, or however, in the 5th and 6th rounds. I might need 3, 4, 5 years, but I am worth it down the line, But at least hypothetically, in my mind, I'm not saying there's like an exact science to it or however, but in my mind, or however, in terms of development, the later you are, the more developed man, but you still have like crazy high potential, or crazy high athleticism, or however the case may be. But anyways, next up, the Simmons rumors continue as well. He's been continuously linked with Philly as well. I hope that we get him and things of that nature. Again, if the price is right, or however, like a good 10, 11 million, or maybe like a solid 7, 8 million, and like a signing bonus, or however the case, and then You know, like if he gets like so and so picks or however the case, if he gets like 3 or 4 picks, I don't know. But at the end of the day, I mean, I'd like to see him in Philadelphia green, midnight green. You know, I'd really like to see it. So again, that'd be really cool to see. And I know for sure he has like you know, links with Fangio or however that Fangio said that he's like one of the favorite, like, you know, players that he's ever got to coach, things of that nature. So I think that they're kind of like maintaining talks again, you know, seeing like if they can just get on the same page money wise or however the case. So yeah, I mean, two secondaries. I mean, how he's still continuing to get depth or however, because I think, you know, he doesn't really know what he has at secondary. So that's really exciting to see. I mean, I'd like him to sign like a linebacker, however the case may be. But at least he's not dipping low as these next 2 pieces of news. The Giants hit an all-new low. They signed the UFL running backer. However, I understand, you know, he was, you know, the league leader in rushing or however the case may be. But obviously he is joining the Giants, absolute poverty franchise. No O-line, no Stoutland. Again, poverty franchise, worst running back room in the league. Yeah, sure, I know he's a star in the UFL, but, you know, completely different beast in the NFL. Completely different beast, as anyone can possibly agree. And speaking of poverty franchises, the next up did that but twice over. Dallas adds 2 UFL players, linebacker Willie Harvey and cornerback Garyon Conley. I mean, again, absolute freaking poverty franchise. I mean, come on now. I mean, there's free agents available. I mean, guarantee you, you know, they'll be better than those little UFL guys or however. You know, there's a reason why they didn't make the league or however the case. But again, in terms of what we have going on, I believe our defense needs to be top 10, top 15 in order to have a chance at a Super Bowl, because I believe our offense can score 40-plus a game. I mean, again, you know, Saquon, I mean, I believe he'll have, well, you know, 7, 8 touchdowns. I believe A.J. Brown, you know, he'll have something historic, you know, 11, 12, 13-plus touchdowns, you know. Smitty, you know, he'll back him up or however, take some pressure off him when need be. But, again, I mean, there's 17 games, you know what I'm saying, a coordinator that, you know, knows what he's doing or however, that knows more than just 5 or 6 plays. And then, obviously, you have a quarterback in Jalen Hurts, you know what I'm saying, that's not a choke artist. So, again, he can beat good teams, you know, he can beat bad teams or however, but I mean, you know, if you only know 5 plays or however the case may be, the offensive coordinator's only calling 5, you know, and, you know, you just got to pull some of the old stuff out the bag sometimes, but even then, you know, they'll catch on to it or however since it's out the bag. So, yeah, I think that's going to do it for today's video. Appreciate you guys all for watching so much. Really excited for the 4th of July. Hope you guys have a great day today. I'm going to try to get this edited and whatnot to the best of my ability sometime like before like 3 or 4 today. So thank you guys so much for watching again. Please comment, subscribe, like the video. Give me any pointers or however how I can make it better. Any like tips, tricks, or however the case may be. Always willing to learn. But yeah, like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate it. Thank you guys for all the support thus far. Really appreciate it. I'm trying to like figure out who to go live with or however, so it could be like a co-stream or however. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry for rambling. Really appreciate it. You guys have a blessed day. Philly out. Peace.